bad. I don't know if you saw it before. It was bad. It was keeled over. You could see like dark. Well, there's still some here. There's still some here, and it's been filed. It wouldn't have cut. It would have done better than it was. It would have done better. You would have been able to cut, but you'd have killed the saw after a while.
Yeah.
So remember, there's a couple ways to do that. You just saw it happen right in front of your eyes. I cleaned the tooth up like that, but look at the file. It's literally up like this, and why we need that to happen is because the tooth is bent right over. It's hooked right. There's a massive hook in this chain. There's a huge aggressive hook in this chain. So we can still bring that back, but see how the chain's, see how it's kicking back? I gotta pull back on this because the gullet's gone. It's wiped right out. So this little file, so personally what I would do to get this done properly and fast is I would grab the proper size file, which is the 730. Hear that? Yeah. It's working, it's going through, it's not really lifting the chain a ton. It's still lifting it because it's probably a bit loose, but I'm running straight through the file, or pardon me, straight through the chain. There it goes. Did you see that big flake just peel right off the top? Yep. That big flake just peeled. That was all that stuff that needed to go that was actually left.
Now that whole edge is getting straight.
Well, now let's just finish it up and you can look at the tooth. So, you know, it looks like a tooth again. It's right on line with that. I don't know what the gullet looks like because I can't see it, but I think it's probably pretty normal.
Yeah.
It should look pretty normal over there.
Looks
like
pretty good.
Like stock.
Yep.
Does that look like a stock hook on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like out of the box, right? It is, I can tell by the look of the chain. So that's why you guys see me
kaboom
when I do when I go after the gullet, right? I'm doing this stuff, the boat. I only do that. I don't do that on the first part of the chain because you're given a chain that looks like this. That's what the chain looks like. So in my mind, they're giving you their chain that looks like this, and it cuts pretty good. I don't like the way it cuts stock. I'm always in there playing around. But that's what they give you. So I think we should maintain that right till we're finished with it. Makes sense. So, I mean, species and all that makes sense, but I'm talking in a general sense. So you guys see me going like this. That young fella, the red-headed fella, he came up when I don't know if you guys were here when we were doing the filing thing yesterday. He came right up. I asked him to come up, and I said, he goes, you know what I do? He says, I file my chain. You weren't here for this. This was interesting. He said, I file my chain for about halfway through the chain, and then I take it into the shop and I give it to them to get it back to where I need it. So what that tells you, because the chains get smaller as they come back, anyone can see that. They get smaller. They're not square. They're like that. So with a big file, I actually think a good thing to do, and it would get rid of his problem, and he's probably going to do it now, we talked about it. Use the 7/32 for half the chain, right? And then you'll notice you'll probably start to lose your gullet a bit. Halfway down the chain, you'll start to notice that C will you'll kind of lose it in the bottom, and it'll start, and your chip will actually become smaller because you're not grabbing that big chunk of wood with that big C. Does that make sense? So that's why you see me doing this stuff, because I just